Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I feel bad that I cannot be standing at a podium that Tom Woodruff would move over for a reading at the front of the store Half Price Books at North Lamar in Austin, Texas. He hosted an open mic on the first Wednesdays of every month called Community Poetry. And I feel bad that I cannot go up and share in a face-to-face way with everyone else poetry from brand new and very recent Scars Publications books like I would do every month normally. But in honor of his open mic, which hopefully will come back when he is able to, not when he is able to, when the city is able to say, okay, we all have herd immunity, we're all safe now, we can do this, that we'd be able to share poetry in person finally once again. It would be the most coolest thing ever. It'd be groovy cool. I wonder if my Magic 8 Ball will tell me when it will happen. When will it happen? When will we be able to get face to face? Because some places are starting to open up, although you still have to wear a mask. I'm choking myself trying to read. But we'll see. When will it open up soon? There are way too many bubbles. I can't even read this. Oh, it says ask again later. You know, this is why you don't depend on Magic 8 Balls, I suppose. I'm going to put that one down here. And then I'm going to share with you a couple of poems. This is a couple of poems for the probably last reading, because there would be rotations of readings with multiple people during this open mic usually. So I thought I would share with you maybe 2 poems related to astronomy. Why not? Because everything is separated from each other and out and lost in space right now, and we can't actually be close to each other, so that would seem fitting. So I will share with you a couple of poems from Down in the Dirt magazine. We run 2 magazines at Scars Publications. Down in the Dirt is the newer one of the 2, and this is an issue collection book from Down in the Dirt magazine that is titled, titles based on accepted writings within the books, Excerpts from the Plague Years. I thought, oh my gosh, that's a perfect title to have for a book when we've all been stuck in quarantine mode because we all think we're going to be sick. Entirely appropriate. Also, this statue is in Austin, which we photographed while there was an ice storm and we lost power. So it was warm to sit in a car and drive around in circles. So we go and we find this statue, which is actually a singing statue. It's the only one in this hemisphere that when wind comes through, all of these tubes and pipes would actually sing different notes or ring different notes. Although this at the time was covered in, very tiny icicles and it wasn't that windy. And my husband looked at it and thought it kind of looks like a tornado. And I'm like, yeah, I can kind of see that, which might work with the idea of the plague years. So I was going to share with you 2 poems from this Down in the Dirt issue collection book from January to April 2021. And let us see, we can get something on a happier theme for you guys. This first one Alright, I'll just do them in alphabetical order. I was trying to figure out, should I change an order for them? This first one was written on March 23rd. And it is titled, Escaping the Atmosphere Any Way We Can. After jumping out of an airplane and watching the Tetons from above, I wanted John, the man I love, who was born on March 23rd, to feel this feeling, like you're fighting the atmosphere in free fall. It's like no other feeling in the world. And I thought of another man, also born on March 23rd, who had dreams of breaking past that atmosphere altogether. And in his time, the only way he could do that was to build rockets for the SS and dream of the moon. It's strange to believe that Werner von Braun was the rocket engineer in Berlin during the turbulent 30s and 40s. So he became a part of the SS and was the head of Hitler's dream plan to build a perfect vengeance rocket. And from what I hear, von Braun did his work for Nazi Germany, but he also loftily talked about sending a rocket to the moon. Don't go around talking like that, I'm sure they'd say to him. So he dreamed until the Nazi collapse. So the States swooped him up in the budding Cold War, and von Braun even met with President Kennedy to cement their dreams, and then worked on the Saturn V rocket and Apollo manned missions to the moon. And okay, maybe I only jumped from an airplane. Maybe John is fighting gravity in a wind tunnel, and that's no landing on the moon. But cut us some slack. Werner von Braun didn't get to the moon, but this one man, born on March 23rd, helped us all where we are today. It's strange to think of this man. Don't know how involved with the SS he was, or if he was just like, I'm a scientist, just let me do this work. Just let me work on building rockets and figuring out how we can get man to the moon. How awesome is that? How awesome is that on some level? Come on. Anywho, I'll shush. I want to go back in time and meet the man, but I'd probably be such a second-class citizen I could just take him to my favorite bar in Chicago for a German beer. I don't know what to do. So I won't dream about things like that. I will share with you one more astronomy-themed poem, and this was called Unlocking History, One Asteroid at a Time. And that was written on the 28th of March, written on the anniversary of the date Heinrich Wilhelm Matthaus Olbers, wow, that's quite a name, Olbers, discovered the second asteroid, 2 Pallas. People who love the night sky also have a special love affair with anything not from this planet. I even display a few cataloged asteroids in clear display boxes because they are what we choose to call precious stones. Because they are. They unlock Earth's and the solar system's history. Looking back, astronauts believe that it was a massive asteroid that collided with the Earth so many years ago, creating the most giant crater in the ground and scattering debris throughout all the atmosphere, which killed off the dinosaurs and left a thin layer of iridium all over Earth. And on this day over 200 years ago, German astronomer Heinrich Wilhelm Matthaus Olbers discovered and named the second asteroid ever found, Pallas. And back in 1802, they didn't even know what an asteroid was, so it was counted as a planet. Wow, just like other asteroids found in the early 19th century. So back in the day, Pallas had a minor planet designation, but if you called it 2 Pallas, then you know that the second asteroid he discovered after Ceres in the solar system is one of the largest asteroids. And yeah, 5 years later he discovered an asteroid Vesta, which is even larger than Pallas. But since back then the word asteroid didn't exist, these minor planets were called planets. But back then, it was double plus cool that Olbers actually imagined the asteroid belt as this magical place all these objects orbit. So, after all this time, it's fitting that I keep these little shards of rocks well cased and on display, because asteroids explain history. They reveal more than this world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope you like your astronomy fix. I hope you like your poetry fix. I hope you like your creativity fix. I hope everyone is staying safe. I hope everyone is remaining creatively inclined. And if you're feeling like you've lost it because it's just getting tough, just know that you are loved and things will get better. what do they call it? Herd immunity? We'll see. But maybe we'll actually figure out what life is like again once we can actually get back together, right, you guys? So I want everyone to stay safe, stay gravely inclined, know that you are loved, and I will talk to each and every one of you very, very soon. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Thank you.